week was actually very eye-opening and a really great experience because I got to experience something that, you know, you and I as self-taught designers or as newly training students, we read a lot about this, but we don't get to experience it a lot, and that is a design sprint. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, stay tuned. I'll also share a tip with you in regards to design sprints and share with you a resource. Hi everybody! Welcome back. As you know, my name's Karen and I am a product design intern, and this is week 8 of the internship. I have done the different phases of the design process, you know, wireframing, research, prototyping, all of that, but I've never had to condense it into 1 week, which is what a design sprint is meant to do. You're supposed to be condensing what you would do in months into like a week, just so that you can launch something pretty quickly, like a new feature or an MVP or something like that. The design sprint process was definitely not what I was expecting. I did a lot of readings and research prior to the design sprint, but it still didn't really prepare me. It was a lot harder and more challenging than I thought it would be. You have to collaborate a lot and you have to really put your teamwork skills to good use. Not only that, but you're dealing with major time constraints and pressures. And honestly for us, because we weren't given a lot of direction up front, it was kind of like the blind leading the blind. There was a lot of confusion, but eventually when we were given some more direction, we found our way, we got into the groove of things, and the design sprint ended up being really fun, especially day 5. Day 5 was my favorite, where we got to do usability testing. We made a prototype, we tested it on a user, and then if they were struggling with something, we made changes to that feature to see if we could make it better for the next person. And I loved being able to make these changes and like cross my fingers and hope that the user would be able to figure it out. And when they did, I felt like $1,000,000. I will make a separate video just purely on design sprints, but for the purpose of this video, just wanted to give you a quick update on what we did. And now let's move on to the tip of the week. My number 1 tip for you if you are going to do a design sprint is something that was shared with us kind of midway through our sprint, which we would have loved to have known prior to starting the sprint, so I wanted to let you know. And that is that just because there is a certain procedure for a design sprint doesn't mean you need to follow it, you know, right down to the core and do all of the steps in that order, because sometimes you have time constraints, which means that you can't be spending days on end, hours on end trying to figure out something. Sometimes you need to make an executive decision so that you can move on to the next step. And that's what we had to do. There were times when we were debating like, oh, should we do this step? What does this mean? Should we expand? And the answer was, get it done. You're trying to move along, so make a choice, make a decision, agree on it, and move on to the next stage as quickly as you can, because in the end, you do only have technically 5 days to release this MVP or this product feature or whatever. So dawdling around is not really an option. So my advice to you is to learn how to make executive decisions. I'm going to share with you one of the resources that I came across during the internship that I think could kind of give you a taste of what you should know prior to doing a design sprint. And so please check out the link below, and best of luck to you. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will catch up with you next time. Bye.